Hi out there in LDA land. This is your favorite friend, Agent K, and I am back. I'm sorry that I've been away for a couple of months, and I know I was supposed to give you a review of those two ships that I was on right after, but life got in the way. If you have followed me on my podcast, the imperfectly I'm going to get tongue tied. Give me a second. The Imperfectly Perfect, the podcast. A lot of P's there. You would know that I've been dealing with some health issues. I finally got tested and found a whole bunch of stuff going on, which I'm not gonna rehash here. But I've been going through physical therapy and stuff like that. So to hear more about my journey, look below at the Imperfectly Perfect podcast link. It will be in my link tree, and you can actually hear from what's going on from there. But I'm coming to you today because I owe you guys a video, and I know I owe you guys a video. So we are going to talk about my experience on Oasis versus Freedom. Yes, we are. So I want to break this review down in steps. So the first step will be the ship itself. How I liked the ship. Was I able to enjoy the ship? Was it everything that I thought it would be? Then I want to talk about entertainment, food, and then the ports. Now, both my sailing on the Freedom and the Oasis shared a port in common, which was Perfect Day of Coco Cay. But I had two different experiences on there, like I promised. So we're going to talk about those two different experiences then. Okay, so let's talk about the ship. The ship, Oasis, is a beautiful, huge ship. And from my experience on Anthem, I thought, I can handle this type of ship. But, and I still do think I can handle that ship. But I think what really made my anxiety go up and down a lot was the fact that it was so many people. That, and I had a very low tolerance for pain during that time. So I could not enjoy Oasis like I wanted to enjoy Oasis. So I did get to walk around Oasis. I spent most of my time on Oasis in the casino, hanging out with the bartender, because a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do, I was either too overweight for, too much pain in, and I was just like, I can't. That's what was going through my head. Freedom, still in a lot of pain, but a much smaller ship. And I was able to maneuver that ship better. Freedom is a grand old gal, she is classical. She's classical. She is stately. She is one of those ships that, if you want to know how it was back when she first launched, she's still like that. So the problem with Freedom is portions of the ship is renovated. Other portions aren't. And that ship, even though it was a week after a holiday and it was a cheaper reservation, which includes the time of the year and the 4 days and everything, I really paid the same amount for both ships, for both cruises, because, and that was around $1,500. That's only because A, I booked Freedom late, and B, I booked Oasis early. So go figure. The food on both was the same. The only difference between Oasis and Freedom is that Oasis has more specialty restaurants. Freedom only has two, which was Izumi and Chops. And Izumi doesn't have the hibachi part, so it was just sushi. So that was the difference. So I did a whole lot of more eating at the Windjammer and um, main dining room, which was cool. You know, I got dressed up, looked really pretty, and stuff like that. It was fun. Um, the ports. So let's talk about the shared ports that we have in common between the two ships, which was Perfect Day at Coco Cay. So the Perfect Day at Coco Cay, when I went on Oasis, I didn't pay for no extras. I went to the main areas. And I will admit that that day that we went in on Oasis, we were one of 3 ships. So the areas that were free, were complimentary, I should say, were filled to the gills. There was nowhere to sit. There was barely anywhere to stand, and the pools were jam packed. I got turned off, and I went straight back to the ship, and which was empty, and I got to do a little more stuff on the ship. When I got there on Freedom, I end up going to the beach club, which was practically empty, and we were one of 2 ships that day. I take it back. Both days were 2 ships. We were one of 2 ships, and the other ship was Wonder of the Seas. And it was really nice. It was very chill. It was very mellow. I got my lobster. I got my surf and turf. It's just that, you know, I didn't bring enough sunscreen and I got burnt. So it was a beautiful, beautiful location. And it was just awesome. And I would do it again. Definitely do it again. As for the other ports, so Mexico and Honduras, I will say, are 2 of my favorite spots that I've gone on any cruise thus far. I will be doing those locations again. Maybe this time I'll do it with Belize because I really want to go to Belize. And Nassau is somewhere I've been to before. So I really got to do a lot of the things that I wanted to do in those locations. I did a lot of all you can eat, all inclusive type places. On Nassau, we went to Paradise Island. Was it Paradise Island? I might be saying the wrong island, which is fine. But the resort was awesome. It was a what people considered. They said they call it adult, something all adult beach day or something like that, and everybody thought it was a nudist beach, so not a lot of people bought the excursion. But really, all it meant that it was unlimited food and drink. And you had run of the whole resort. The only thing you couldn't do was swim with the dolphins or swim with the stingrays. But you could go anywhere on the whole resort. It was awesome. Ended up having a private beach to ourselves, with a private lagoon area. It was beautiful. I would go there again. If I ever find a ticket, I'm going to put down where I went. And then Mexico, Puerto Costamea, we were at a beach, but it was a more public beach. It was nice. No food involved in that, but a whole lot of drinks, but the drinks were watered down, obviously. Honduras, I was at an all-inclusive beach. That was really nice. That was excellent. You know, food was included, alcohol was included. We had it was only 2 ships that came in that day. We had the whole span of beach by ourselves, and there was no merchants or anything. They could only cross a certain line, and we had the water. I actually was really able to relax. Costa Maya, I couldn't. relax as much because they had the little kids selling, and in my brain, being a social worker, I'm sitting there, I'm like, aren't you supposed to be in school, my child? And I have to always remind myself, I'm in another country. They might not have money to go to school and stuff like that. It was a whole mess. And then Cozumel was beautiful. I went to another beach in Cozumel. So it was really, really nice, and I very much enjoyed myself. So we talked about the ports, we talked about the food, we talked about the ships. So question is, would I get on any one of those ships again? Absolutely. Freedom, though it was smaller, everybody knew you. It was like walking in a small town, you know? Everybody knew your name, they're like, oh, I know you from this and that and the third. And Oasis, I felt more anonymous, but the service was great. I got to eat at one of their beautiful, it wasn't Park Cafe. I had lobster thermidor for the first time, which was awesome. I got to celebrate my birthday during that cruise. And when I celebrated my birthday, I went to the specialty dining. They gave me drinks on the house and, their specialty drink, which I never had before. It was awesome. And it was just getting out of New York is always a treat. Going somewhere I've never been, always a treat. So would I go on those ships again? Absolutely. I would do Oasis, not in a very crowded time of the year. I would not do it on a holiday. I would probably do it on a off holiday. Maybe a little bit longer of a cruise, because 7 days is not enough for that ship. Freedom, definitely. I would do that cruise again, different itinerary, obviously. I am on my quest to basically it seems like I'm on a quest to go to every Caribbean island there is. And I'm almost there. I'm going to have to get a map and start pinpointing all the countries I've been to. And I think it was worth it. Now, let's talk about the future, shall we? In June, I will be going on another cruise, obviously. I am going to be taking a 9-day out of New York from the same port that we did the Anthem. We're going to be leaving from Jersey. I am going on a Bermuda Eastern Caribbean cruise. I will not be alone. I have a roommate this time around. And we will be going there for 9 days. So I am still in the midst of planning and making sure all the stuff that I want to do is actually purchased prior to going on the cruise. As the time of this is March 5th. So I have a couple of months before I'm actually on the cruise. Alcohol and everything, I'm thinking about it. I'm really, really thinking about it. We'll see what happens. I think I probably will get the drink package because it felt like I needed it on the Oasis, even though I had it on Freedom. I needed it on the Oasis. Yeah, so that's the next cruise. That will be June 1st to the 9th. I'm hoping to videotape more of it. I'm going to do a room tour. I might ask my roommate to come on so that she can say a few words if she wants to say a few words. It's up to her. And then I got a balcony room. And then I got a couple of other cruises that I'm planning. On my Freedom of the Seas cruise, I happened to meet my new cruise husband. Yes, I have a cruise husband. His name is Jess, and Jess is from India. And so we're in the midst right now of planning a cruise for later on this year so that we can hook up after a year of hooking up prior. So we're working on that as well. So we'll see what that leads. And as soon as you know, I will know. Well, reverse that. As soon as I know, you will know. So I will be posting this up when I finally make the decision on what we're going to do. Well, not decision, put the deposit down on what we're going to do. So a lot of my travel has changed. So we will be talking about that soon. And I hope to see you soon. Once again, if you want to keep updated on what's going on in my crazy life book, unboxing and cruising, and everything else in between, you need to like, subscribe. Again, if you want to catch up with me on Twitter, it's at K of LDA, or you can email me. All the information is below. Thank you and have a good one. Bye bye now.